So I gotta get some shit off my chest, and Facebook basically zucked me. So yeah, I want to talk about it. So most of you who know me probably know that as far as like that's bright. As far as regular society goes, I have no interest in it. I have no interest in really being a part of a lot of human activities. And it's like I have the want to still, live a happy life and still get some shit done, but like I'm not interested in ever playing the game normally. And people like to make thinly veiled jokes or comments on status. They like to drain others, and this sort of feminine mindset and I think ultimately, like, I don't exactly know what causes it. A lot of people some people are more yang energy, some are more yin. This is true. The yang people tend to criticize the yin people, I know this, and that's the way it will always be. And the thing I'm very interested in is why, I don't know. I think the fact is that, like, men test ideas. Men will butt heads about different ideas and all day, or masculine energies rather, will butt heads about different ideas all day. And then people with more feminine energies will test those masculine ideas. So again, masculinity is who you are and what you think. Feminine energy is what you feel and what you have. So we all have both inside of us. I tend to be pretty balanced, and when I look, and people think that's nice, like balancing the yin and yang is nice. I'm not completely balanced. I think I tend towards more, I don't know which I tend more towards. I tend to be pretty balanced. But anyway, my energy is like very feelings based. I don't like dealing with a lot of negative, draining emotion because I think that's just kind of bitchy. I think, and I know that they can't change it. I know that it's stupid to ask to try, but I guess some parts of me are more interested in, expansion, less critiquing. Trying to figure out what I should do, really, to serve others, to be happy. And everybody seems to have this plan, in their heads. Like, the nature of success as defined by the older generation, I don't think it really holds up anymore. I don't think, because I think the older generation, if you think about it was really just working to die. And it's not working to live. And I think as a result, they emotionally attached themselves to their money because their money was their retirement, and retirement was important to them. Retirement isn't exactly as important to us, our generation, I don't think. I think it's more important that in life we all get along and we're all happy and we're all serving each other and testing each other and helping each other, and ultimately everything is geared towards the state of brother and sisterhood, helping people get together. I think at the heart of it, that's what all these social movements are about. Whether you're right wing or left wing, doesn't matter to me. I'm interested in how do we unify the two, How do we stop this dualistic thinking, this is right, this is wrong. Let's find the common ground. Let's figure out where the middle is. You're not your ideas. You're not your beliefs. You know, like Jim Carrey said, your need for acceptance can make you invisible in the world. Your need for justice can get you killed, no matter who you are. And part of it is, people are interested in, I know a lot of people on the left, particularly, the freedom fighters, are interested in, I like the fact that you're fighting for social freedom. I really do. The thing is, everybody's free. That's the issue. Like, if people were physically and mentally being oppressed outside of CNN, Fox News, BuzzFeed, what have you, then I would think that that's a real fighting, you're fighting really hard for that, and that's good because people are being oppressed. And in some parts of the world they probably are, but not on the streets of Georgia, not on the streets of New York. What I see I don't see systemic oppression. I don't see systemic racism. I don't see systemic sexism. I don't see systemic trans issues. I don't see that. I see a few disenfranchised people with a marginalized viewpoint. So, but I don't mean marginalized as bad. I mean marginalized as farther away from average. There's nothing wrong with being farther away from average. There's nothing wrong with being abnormal. Normal does exist in this society. And it depends on where you were born, what kind of society you grew up in, what's your cultural equivalent. And the thing is, you're not that either. You're not the place where you were born. You're not the socioeconomic status of your parents. Definitely not today. You weren't back then, but you're definitely not today. Very easy for anybody of any race, of any sexual denomination, of any gender to climb the social ladder, to climb the fiscal ladder, to climb the practical ladder, to be stronger. It's whatever you want to do. And the issue I have is that a lot of people who claim they're fighting for freedom are really fighting for attention. And I know a lot of people are going to get pissed at me for saying that, but I believe it's true. They've been personally inconvenienced in the past, and they can't take a hit. Nobody should have to take hits, but guess what? Everybody does. That's real life. That's the society. That's the red pill, And don't think that the tough guys got it all either, because the tough guys are usually not as intellectually strong, and they are looking to impose their will on others as well. So I don't think either is right. You have this huge divide between the hyper intellectual, hyper peacemaking, feminine sort of intellect groups, the aloof ones, I'm smarter than you, or I've been hurt so much and you should pay attention to me. And then you have the hyper-masculine groups that are more interested in, like, not oppression, but like family values and morality and like, shit sucks, get it done, these kinds of people. I think if everybody just set down their sickles and their Lugers, their, communist and their fascist emblems, and began actually trying to dive into their shadow, to understand their opposite, to understand their ideological enemy, instead of hanging around people who only believed what they believed, you might actually find that you could find a whole lot of inner peace and start working on things that were actually important instead of, don't be critical. Take that energy, make your vision happen. Do it in a way, and like the second you start to do that, you realize you're terrified because you don't know what your vision is and you think that's bad. Your vision is going to happen regardless. If you start working on it, it can't fail. Because failure is just in somebody else's eyes. Most of you feel like you're failing right now, deep down. You feel empty. On both sides. So fill yourself with goals. Fill yourself with vision. Fill yourself with adventure. Fill yourself with comfort. Whatever you want to fill yourself with. Whoever you would like to be. Just work at it. I'm not going to tell you it's possible, because then you're going to be like, oh, well, it's possible, I'm going to do it tomorrow, and never do it. I'm telling you that if you put a vision in your mind and you start working on it, it's done. It's already done. So it's not be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. It's be careful what you wish for, you will get it. So instead of shooting the shit, trying to figure out what is the right thing to do, just start moving in your own direction, and I guarantee you, you will be a whole lot happier, and a whole lot less empty, and a whole lot less critical, because it's already done. So make it good. Thank you. Bye.